Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nadia Sobrati coming to you live from Queens, New York at nadiasobrati.com. How is everyone doing today? I hope you all are doing well. This is my second live stream for today, and today I want to tell you guys my story. But it looks like Facebook is building my audience, so I'm actually going to share this video into my fan page and my group and a couple other places, and I'm going to wait for you guys when you guys jump in. So when you guys jump in, please say hello and let me know where you're from so I can give you a shout out, okay? Hey Yusuf, what's going on, my friend? How are you? Hey Jazz, what's up, beautiful? I just want to share this. This into my fan page and hey Antonio, how are you doing, my friend? Hi, I can't pronounce your name, but I have a lot of people jumping in right now. So, hey Suraj, hey Nir, where are you guys coming from? Hey Jerry, where are you guys coming from? So, I just want to share this into my fan page and a few, hey, Othman, what's up, my friend? Hey, David, thank you guys for joining me. What's going on? Can you guys please help me share this if you don't mind? I will really, really appreciate it. If you guys don't mind, I will really appreciate it. So what's going on, guys? Where are you guys coming from? Talk to me. Hey, Bobby. Oh, Jazz, I'm doing well, Jazz. I'm doing well. I actually slept yesterday for 20 hours. Yeah, after I had a meeting with the group, I was just exhausted, because I've been, Jazz, as you know, we work so many, hey, Jazz from Chicago. As you know, we, guys, as entrepreneurs, we work a lot. We work every day. Because this is our business, right? This is our business, and this is how we're going to build our brand, and this is how, we're going to reach a lot of people, because our goal is to actually help as many people as we can, So today, I'm actually going to share my story with you guys. And you know something, guys? Give me 1 second. Oh, Jazz, I know you're very tired. Like I said, you needed a rest anyway. Bobby, I needed a rest. Bobby, I was exhausted. Guys, I work like 7 days a week and at weeks at a time. But this is what it takes to build a successful business. This is what it takes. And when you own your own business, you have to work. It's not like you're working for someone else where you have a paycheck coming in. You're creating your own income, you're creating your own paycheck, and you got to work. And you have to be 100% committed to building your brand. Myself need a couple of live calls too. Yeah, this is my second one. And okay, guys, so let's get started. So today's topic, right? Are you ready to hear my story? So today I'm going to tell you guys my story. And guys, listen. It's very important that you tell people your story, that you let people in your life, you let them get to know who you are, all right? Because when you start telling people your story, you're going to start inspiring them. Okay, because so many of us, guys, we have a story. Each and every one of us, we have a story. Whether it's a good story or a bad story, we all have a story. And by us telling our audience about our story, they're gonna, I'm getting so many messages. I have to figure out how to turn the messages off. By us telling people our story, right, guys, we're gonna inspire them. Because we all have a story to tell. We all have a story to tell and what led us here to become an entrepreneur, right? Whether it's a good story or whether it's a bad story, we all have a story, right? And I'm going to go back a few years ago, okay? I'm going to go back a few years ago, and this is what's actually led me here to become an entrepreneur. And I'm you know what? I'm grateful to have met so many people and to start building an audience and attracting, the type of people that I want, to join me, right? And guys, it's very important to tell your story. By you telling your story, you're going to be inspiring a lot of people. You're going to start building trust with them, and they're going to know who you are. They're going to know that you're a real person, you're genuine, and you really want to help them. All right? So it's very important, guys, that you start telling your story. If you're not telling your story yet, I know, some people are just uncomfortable letting the world know who they are. So big deal, guys. Big deal. This is only going to benefit you. This is only going to benefit you when you start letting the world know who you are and your story. This is only going to be to your benefit. All right. So we're going to talk about my story today. And, you know, I'm going to go back to a few years back, right, guys? You know, I already had a degree, right? I went to college when I was really young, already had a degree. Hey, Mark, how are you? Right? I already had a degree and a degree in accounting and information systems, right? And, you know, at the age of, well, after that, I was a loan officer for a mortgage company in Long Island. And I worked there for a while. Hey, Mark, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Right? And I worked there for actually a long time, not for a while, on and off, on and off. And in 2006, you know, there was a crisis at the mortgage company. And guys, I was being paid on commissions, right? And I wasn't making money. I was cold calling people. And you know, the company that I was working for, they were doing a lot of fake mortgages. They were doing a lot of fake mortgages. They were doing a lot of crazy things. Anyway, I wasn't making money, and I actually quit. And when I quit, I met my ex-fiance. We broke up 3 years ago. When I quit, I met him. You know, he's a business owner, very successful. I met him, and you know, within 3 months, we got engaged, and we moved in together, right? And yeah, we got engaged. We moved in together, and then we traveled for 2 years. 2 years we traveled. I didn't work, and after that, I wanted to go back to school. Right? I was like, what am I going to do? You know, I don't want to stay at home. I'm tired of traveling. You know, he's working, supporting me. Right? And, you know, we were traveling all the time. Like, I didn't even have time to unpack, and I was packing again to go somewhere else. So, you know, this was what our relationship was based on because, you know, he liked to dive and he loved to travel and you know, I enjoy traveling. So we had that in common. So for 2 years, that's all what we did. Right? But then I got tired and tired of traveling so much, and I was like, what am I going to do? You know, stay at home. You know, I don't want to go back to accounting. I don't want to do mortgages. What am I going to do? So I decided to go back to school, and I knew once I decided to go back to school, I would be very focused and studying, you know. And he started focusing on his company, and he started working a lot. And I focused on school, and we barely saw each other, guys. He would travel out of state for work. We would see each other like 3-4 times a month, and we were living together, you know. And he focused on his company, building his company, and I focused on school. And you know, in 2009 we broke up. In 2014 we broke up 3 years ago, right? And you know, we're still friends, you know, and if I ever need him, one phone call away, he's always there for me, you know. Whatever I need, he's always there, right? But yeah, we end up, you know, drifting apart from each other because he was so focused on school, on building his company. I was so focused on school, there was really no more us. And from us not seeing each other a lot, we ended up breaking up. But we were supposed to get married. We were really close to getting married and all of this stuff. And this is what happens, right? But anyway, I went back to school. I got a degree in health information technology. This was a 2-year degree, right? I graduated in 16 months. And then I went to another school, got another degree in public health, a bachelor's. Then I went to Touro College and I studied pre-med courses. I took some pre-med courses because I wanted to be a physician assistant. Right, and after I completed all those courses, I found out there's a 3 to 5 year waiting list to get into the PA program, right? So what am I going to do now? Here I am studying. This is what I really wanted to do, right? And now I'm finding out there's a 3 to 5 years waiting list to get into the PA program, to become a physician assistant. So then I decided to go to New York College for Health Professions, and I studied a double master's in acupuncture and oriental medicine. But guess what, guys? There's no money in that field. But after I completed my bachelor's degree in public health, I did my internship at Neighborhood and Family Health Center, where I was treating HIV patients, right? I did my internship, and the physician, my supervisor that was a physician, he started training me actually how to become a physician because he knew I wanted to be a physician assistant. So what I was doing was I was doing counseling HIV patients. I was also treating normal patients, you know, doing their yearly physical exams and all of this stuff. So that's what I was doing, right? And I worked in the field for a little while. And but the thing is, you know, public health, they cut fundings. So it's difficult for me to find a job in that field. And I applied to hundreds of jobs. I could not find a job in my field. I couldn't find a job in my field. And so then I decided to go back to school, right? Then I decided to go back to school and do a double master's in acupuncture and oriental medicine. Guess what, guys? Their insurance company doesn't pay. Doctors are not making money. There's so many doctors out there that are broke and they're not making money. They're not making money. And you're working so many long hours, right? So after studying that, I couldn't find a job, guys. I could not find a job. There's no job security. So I finally did find a job working for DirecTV. And guess what, guys? I wasn't embarrassed. You know, it was a job. It was $12.50 an hour. Working at one of these stores, you know. And you have to like pretty much talk to like 200-300 people before you can even get one person to sign up. But I did it. What was I going to do? I couldn't find a job in my field. I could not. Here I am, highly educated person. Couldn't find a job in my field. I could not find it. It was depressing. You know, and I had to drive an hour and a half each way to make $12 an hour and 6 hours a week. I mean, I'm sorry, 6 hours a day, 4 days a week. And my car, my gas is I'm driving a Mercedes. My car takes $60 a week in gas. So I wasn't making crap. But you know what? I was so determined to make this work, because when you can have all these education, guys, there's no job security. There's no job security out there at all. There's no job security. I must have went to all the staffing agencies in New York City. All the staffing agencies. I even traveled cross country to Cerna because they contacted me, you know, and I graduated summa cum laude, guys. Summa cum laude with a 4.0 GPA. All right? And I could not find a job. No one will hire me. I went to CERN on this interview. I flew out there. They flew me out there, put me up in a hotel, a 5-star hotel. There was like probably, I don't know, maybe 24 of us that went on this interview. All right. And yeah, it was 3 interviews in one day. You know, they showed you everything, and you know, they would actually pay for you to move. And this was in Kansas, guys. Here I am in New York, moving to Kansas away from my family. Anyway, usually when you don't get the job, they eliminate you right away, and they let you know like within the first couple of days, right? But they said within 2 weeks they'll call you. They called me on the 13th day, and they was like, sorry, you know, you didn't make the cut. They waited this long, so obviously they wanted me, but they probably realized they probably couldn't afford me, or maybe who knows what it was, right? So anyway, after I took the job, you know, working for DirecTV, and guys, check this out. 3 weeks, I didn't get paid, right? They didn't pay me until 2 months, and I had to message the guy, message the guy that was running the business, right? And then when he did send my check, he lied about sending my check in the mail. I had already quit. I was like, I'm quitting. I need my check, you know. He's like, oh, I put the check in the mail. He never did. And then when I did get the money, they didn't even pay me for all my hours, right? They did not pay me for all my hours. And so a friend of mine that's a retired judge said to me, Nadia, you know, you're highly educated. Why don't you start your own healthcare consulting company? And I will get you cases, but you need to be certified as a court-appointed guardian, right? So I took the course, I took the training, I got certified as a court-appointed guardian, and I started Vita Health Consulting Group. So I did a few cases and stuff like that. But when you're a court-appointed guardian, guys, it takes a long time to get paid. It takes a long time to get paid because you get paid through the court system. And I wasn't making money. I was getting cases, but I wasn't making money, you know. So then what am I going to do, right? And then I met Chid. I had met him last year, January. And we talked for a little while, actually half an hour. And, you know, he asked me what I did. I was like, you know, I'm a healthcare consultant. You know, I just started my own business and I really want to stay focused on that and build it, you know. So he's like, okay. So then 8 months passed down the line. And, guys, I was struggling. I was struggling in my company, right? So what he did, then I was on Facebook that day and I saw him, you know, talking about his story. And guess what, guys? That caught my attention that night. That caught my attention, and what I did was I actually called him, and we talked for 3 hours on the phone that night. It wasn't on Messenger. We actually got on the phone. He actually called me. We got on the phone. We talked, and then he was like, you know what? I can help you. And I said, how? How can you help me? So then he took me to the back office of MLSP, right? And I saw everything in the back office of MLSP. And guess what? I didn't do the $10 trial because I knew this is what I wanted to do. I went right in with $149. I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I don't have a plan B. You know, my plan A, whatever it was, all the healthcare stuff didn't work out for me. I'm going to dive into this 101% and give it all I got. All right? Guys, this was 10 months ago. This was 10 months ago. I jumped right in. I signed up for the $149 membership, and I jumped right in. I jumped right in because I knew this is what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do the 10-day trial. I knew this is what I wanted to do, and this is what I did, guys. For the first 3 months, all I did was studied everything about online marketing, everything about internet marketing, you know, and I took it from there. And here I am, 10 months. 10 months after, here I am. And I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not going to tell you right now that you're going to make money tomorrow or anything like that, because this is not how it works. You have to build your audience. You have to put yourself out there, and you have to be 100% committed. You have to be consistent, and you have to be 100% committed. And when I got involved in this business, I jumped right in. And we met because of MLSP. Yes, Mark, we met because of MLSP. Guys, Mark is one of my business partners. Mark is one of my business partners, and you know, I'm going to actually be one of the professors in the Branding University. So I'm going to be teaching all of you guys. Guys, this was 10 months. When you're serious and you're committed about building your brand and building your business, you're going to go places, you know. But yes, guys, so I just wanted to share that with you all. And you know what? I had no plan B when I got into this business. Big deal. Yes, I have all this education and I'm highly educated. No one will hire me. What does that do for me? It left me thousands of dollars in debt, thousands of dollars in student loans. And New York City is, you know, guys, New York City is not cheap. I didn't go to community colleges. I went to all private schools. And I worked my ass off. And the grim reality is there's no job security. There's no job security. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how educated you are. Guys, I'm sure many of you in my audience have degrees, high, probably, you know, guys, listen to this. I have doctors, okay, that are reaching out to me for me to teach them marketing. I have doctors reaching out to me to teach them marketing, okay? And doctors are highly, highly educated people, okay? They spend most of their lives in school studying, and they're still studying, and they're reaching out to me. They're messaging me, Nadia, you know, I've been following you, you know, teach me how to generate leads. Guys, this is the power of branding. But yes, I just wanted to share my story with you guys. All right? So any question? Do you guys have any question for me? Thank you all so much for joining me. But you know something, guys? Guess what? I'm going to give you all a free training today. You know, it's about telling your story. All right? It's about telling your story. And I'm going to post in the comments section, okay? So do you guys have any questions? Now you can ask me questions. But I just wanted to share my story with you all. And I know so many of you are in the same situation. And you know what? It's not easy going on job interviews and having, you know, the interviewer say to you, well, why do you need this job? Or, you know, come on. The reason why people need a job is because they need to support themselves. Okay, and when you go on these interviews and you're competing for one job with 200 of, guys, listen to this. I applied for a lot of jobs online, right? For one position, okay? And you're competing with 1,000 or more people for one job. And listen, these jobs, they're not even paying a lot of money. These jobs, they're not paying a lot of money. This is why you need to become a business owner. This is why you need to call the shots. This is why you need to be your own boss. This is why you need to have financial freedom. But yes, you know, I'm not knocking knocking a job. I think a job is good for people, you know, that wants to work for someone else and have someone dictate their lives for them. This is not me. I'm not that type of person. And maybe that was one of the reasons why I probably couldn't get a job. Maybe the interviewer saw me, you know, that I am not that type of person that they could probably push around or whatever, you know. But I just wanted to share that. Bobby, exactly. Come on, in New York City, you know how many people live in New York City, guys? Do you know how many people with degrees that cannot find a job and they're doing a job for minimum wage? Do you know how many people in New York City are stuck with student loans and can't afford to pay their bills? A lot of people. Okay? So yeah, you know, this is my story. I just wanted to share this with you guys. So guys, if you want to reach out to me, send me a message and I'll be more than happy to get back to all of you, okay? Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.